Okay, so for this video, we are going to go over how to download and navigate AVIX Connect. So first, your sales rep should create an account for you in AVIX. And what that'll do is that'll auto-generate an email, which will be sent to you typically within 24 hours. And that email will have your login credentials. So it'll have a username and password for you. So once you verify that you get that email with your username and password, the next step is to go to your Play Store and download the AVIX app, AVIX Connect app. So whether you have an iOS or an Android, you just need to find your way to the Play Store or the App Store. This device I'm on is an Android, so I will find the Google Play Store and I will click on Play Store. And the top of this page, I'm going to go ahead and search for AVIX, A-V-I-X. I'll hit search, and that'll give me a long list of a bunch of apps, but the one I want is the one at the top. It says AVIX Connect next to a green-blue bird from Bird Control Group. So that's the one I want. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so we click on that. The only difference is I have this already downloaded on my device. So where it says uninstall here, if you don't have it downloaded, it'll just say install. And so you just go ahead and click install and let it go ahead and download itself onto your device. It only takes about a minute. So after you do that, you follow the prompts and it'll download onto your device, and you can go into your apps and find it. And I like to save mine on my home screen. And so there it is on my home screen on the left, that green bird AVIX. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that app. That's going to take me to this login page. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm already in, but you would just type in your email address and your password, go to the AVIX Terms and Services, click the box, and then go ahead and log in. Alright, so this is the dashboard in AVIX Connect we're in. So I see a bunch of different icons. You probably won't see this many. I have a little more than the normal person. But the main icon we're going to go over now is that one, the bottom right, says Autonomic Configuration. That's the one we're going to want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Alright, so at this page, the search device page, you're going to want to do two things first before you hit search device. You want to make sure your laser's on, and then you're going to want to swipe down the screen from the top down and make sure your Bluetooth is on, and it is. So we're good to go. I'm going to hit search device, and that's going to bring this up. It says autonomic, then it has that long alphanumeric code behind it. That is just a Bluetooth address. It's not a serial number or anything like that. So go ahead and click that. That's the laser. So the device sees something. So click on that. It'll turn blue. And right below it, there's a pair button. Go ahead and hit pair. And so now this device, okay, so now this device sees that laser and it's inside the laser. And this is the home screen of the laser. So on this screen, I'm going to start from the top and go down. So it's where it says bursting disabled, there's nothing, there's no time slots, no patterns, no anything. But where it says that is normally where it's going to say start bursting or stop bursting, basically start or stop. That's not there yet, you'll see that in a minute. And then, so moving down below that, there's your autonomic with that Bluetooth address next to it. To the right of that is a setting wheel. I'm going to go ahead and hit that setting wheel. And that gives me a few different options. One of them, the top, is disconnect from device. I don't want to do that. If I hit disconnect from device, it'll ask me if I'm sure, but I don't want to because I don't want to get out. So I'll cancel. Below that is device logs. That we're not going to get into too much during this video. Device logs would be something for troubleshooting reasons, but we're not going to get into that now. We'll get into that in a different video. And then right below that is reset device to factory defaults. If I hit that, that box will pop up asking me if I'm sure I want to do it. So you can't accidentally do it. But what happens if I do hit reset? If I had, a bunch of time slots and patterns in here already, I didn't want any of them. I just wanted to completely start over from scratch. I would just completely clear everything out by hitting that reset device. Okay, so that's that setting. Well, below that you see device, PTU, laser, and e-stop. Those are the 4 main modules to the laser. And so to the right of each one of those words is a little arrow pointing down. If you hit that arrow pointing down, that just gives you a little bit of information about each module, like firmware, what firmware it's running on, and date and time. So just know that info is there. It's not too important in setting up patterns or anything, but it is there. But one thing that is important is that arrow next to the word e-stop. If you hit that arrow down, you'll see that there's a brightness scale or a bar. I can move that all the way up to 100%, to 50%, on down to 5%. That's just the brightness of that emergency stop. So you can make it really low or make it really high. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so below that you see no patterns created and no time slots created. So this is where we're really going to get into configuring this laser.